Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello. This is Jennifer from firsttoknow.com, and we're really happy to talk to you today. So,
same here.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I wanted to start with Scott. What are the immediate risks of buying counterfeit drugs?
Yeah, there's many immediate risks. And when you look at the issue overall, the issue of fake online pharmacies and counterfeit medicines really is a public health crisis. The National Associations of Boards of Pharmacy had just conducted an analysis of 10,000 internet and online pharmacy sites. And what they found was that only 3% of those were legitimate. That's a huge problem. From the patient and consumer perspective, when you're going online and you may be exposed to these counterfeit medicines within these rogue online pharmacies, you're being exposed to substances like rat poison, sheetrock, antifreeze, heavy metals, and other dangerous substances. So from a patient perspective, this is a huge risk for your overall health and well-being. They also need to know you may also be exposed to the fact that this product that you may be getting from one of these rogue sites, may only have half of the intended active ingredient or substance within the pharmaceutical product. It may have none of it. It may also just be an entirely different product. So, being able to go to a legitimate online pharmacy is our goal here today, is to really educate consumers about where they can go to make sure that they're making a safe choice.
Can you give an example of what has happened to consumers who have, maybe a specific consumer that has bought counterfeit drugs?
Jennifer, I think one of the things to point out here is that we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise. These counterfeiters don't care about you. They don't care about your loved ones, and they certainly don't care about your health. They care about lining their pockets with your money, and they will counterfeit everything from lifestyle drugs to life-saving drugs. To answer your question, people, of course, are getting sick, and there have been reports of deaths. The statistics are really hard to establish because oftentimes the underlying illness is what the death is attributed to, not the fact that they maybe have taken a counterfeit pharmaceutical. Nobody thinks to ask that question. However, for Pfizer, for example, we have many drugs that are counterfeited, but our #1 most counterfeited drug is Viagra. And we went online and bought from 22 online pharmacies from the top search engine results. And what we found was 8 out of 10, 80% were coming back counterfeit. And again, with some of those poisons, the rat poisons, the boric acids, the heavy metals that Scott mentioned, and even in some cases, antipsychotics and antibiotics that shouldn't even be in there. And so it's a very dangerous situation. What consumers really need to know is they can be educated. They can go to legitimate websites, because if they're going to these online rogue websites that conceal their true identities, then really what they're doing is they're gambling with their lives. It's a game of Russian roulette.
How can you be sure that you're getting the real thing? Can you give some pointers?
Sure. There's a couple tips for patients and consumers. The first is that any legitimate online pharmacy is going to be asking you for a prescription from your healthcare provider or your doctor. So be on the lookout for that if you're a patient or consumer going online to purchase a prescription medication. Second, leverage the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy website. They license online pharmacies, and they also have an accreditation seal that you're going to see on legitimate pharmacy websites. So you can leverage their website, nabp.net, to make sure that you're getting one of those safe, legitimate pharmacies. In
fact, one of the things that Pfizer just did recently is we are providing a new resource to our patients who are looking to buy Viagra online. They can go to Viagra.com with a prescription and buy in a safe and legitimate manner.
What's being done in the U.S. to help consumers with this problem? Are any actions being taken?
At Men's Health Network, we got involved in this issue going back about 5 years ago, and we've been actively partnering with public health agencies, with administration officials, a variety of different government agencies and partners and other nonprofit organizations. So as Matthew mentioned, it really is an industry-wide issue, and many different partners and stakeholders are really engaged in this conversation to really educate patients and consumers about the public health crisis we're facing with counterfeit medications.
Well, and if someone's thinking about getting involved in that type of business, what are the legal ramifications of counterfeiting drugs?
If somebody's getting involved in actually opening up a counterfeit online pharmacy?
Yes.
Well, look, these are criminal actions. As I mentioned before, this is a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise. And depending upon the country they're in and who they're affecting, they could face very serious penalties, including prison time.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.